So here we are finally with the Baltic's DLC. Now we've got over 13,000 kilometers of roads to drive, 24 new major cities and over 30 new sort of local drop-offs and pickups areas. We've got loads of different ferry connections. I mean, just look at this part of the world now. 5 different countries. We've got Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, the south of Finland now, and also parts of Russia, which is pretty cool. But just look at the amount of drivable distance. Compare this to, say, Oregon DLC, which was quite almost like a grid. Just look at the different directions that you can go here. I mean, the road layouts are just crazy. You can really see why this is taking so long to do, because the detail is absolutely insane. I mean, if we have a look at some of the major cities here, I mean, just look at the size of them. We're up in Tallinn here, which has got one of the ports in, over to Helsinki, Finland. But yeah, it's just cool to finally get Finland in the game. We've been waiting a while for that, relying on pro mods. But now we've got SCS's take on it, so we'll take a look at that in a while. But yeah, so the connections, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 connections from Poland, and then I guess we have got this connection here from, is that Germany? Yeah, and then we've got right, where else we got? We got one from Sweden, or 2 from Sweden, sorry. And then we have also got the ones from Finland. So now we're going to have a look at some of the new ports available in this DLC. So we're up in Tallinn here, just going down to the port. I mean, just look at this little area here. A few years ago, SCS wouldn't make assets like this, all dirty, used, lived in. I mean, just look at this little backdrop, people talking there. There's a larder parked up, which is part of the new sort of AI vehicles. Got that little area there. I'm not sure what that is. These fuel trucks, and then we got one of the drop-offs here. I believe this has been used before in one of the previous DLCs, but there's plenty more to show you. So check in over to the right, so we'll go that way. I mean, just look at the size of this port and compare it to what they were like before. I mean, you've actually got to go all the way around and follow it sort of through these twisting pathways. Be cool if you could actually check in. I think that would be something for the future. But I just love this, the way you've just got to follow it all round. Be cool to see some more sort of like ferry vehicles moving cargo about, loading stuff on, make it feel a little bit more lived in. But this is definitely a good step in the right direction. Right, Helsinki this way, so I'm not sure which one we'll go for. There's 6 different lanes. We'll go for number 5. What's that say? Polaris, Helsinki. We'll go this way. So yeah, there's no real waiting in this game. As I said, it would be cool if we did get to sort of wait for our ferry boarding, and say if you're too late for your crossing, you've got to wait for the next ferry, and that's going to cost you money. Be cool to add stuff like that, but this is so cool the way they've redone this ferry system, and it's one of the many, as you saw on the intro, different types of ferry ports we have got. Now I'm going to show you some of the new sort of pickups and drop-off areas in the map. We're up in Luga. No idea how to pronounce this company name, but yeah, this is a new pickup and drop-off area. So you pull over there and select your load, and then just follow it round to the back. It's a lot more divided and then sort of previous. Before, it was sort of more integrated between the normal sort of car park and the sort of pick up and drop off area around the back, but now this is a lot more divided. This feels a lot more real. This is, I'm guessing, like Tippers in the UK, like a DIY building material place. We got people just sat about doing nothing. We've got this massive hangar over here. Look at this. We got some traders parked up over there, but yeah, it's a massive area here. No idea what's in the hangar, but yeah, it's a new industry and it is very, very well done. Now, with the amount of sort of wood and logs to transport in this map, we have bound to got some new sort of logging pickup and drop off areas, and we have, this is sort of one of them here. I mean, we got the electric gates now, which are always cool. But yeah, look at this drop off. I mean, look at the ground as well, the way it's all pretty much destroyed. We've got weeds growing out. Again, there's like a larder parked up. If we just come over here, look at this. This is so cool. Can we actually drive on that, or is it just gonna... No, you can drive through it. But yeah, this is really, really well done. Now you can see these logs being collected here. This is so funny, the way they're just picked off. We got animations going on in the background. There it goes. I mean, this is so cool. We never used to get animations like this in the drop-off areas. It was all just about picking up the trailer before, but now we've got this, which is so well done. I mean, some people probably wouldn't even notice that this was going on, but it is here, and it's really, really cool. Another thing that's new to Eurotruck with this DLC is the implementation of borders. Now, before, you used to just be able to drive through very easily, but now you do have to actually stop and go through this little procedure check. It's nothing too detailed. It's just like the way stations in ATS, but it's cool that they've put these in here. You do feel like you're actually going through a border now, rather than just passing through like it's not even there. So you got to follow this around. You got to watch your speed, because they are quite picky on your speed travelling through here. Now, this is one of the sort of more small borders. There are much bigger ones than this in the map, but we got a guy looking at the top. Pretty intimidating when they're standing up there, to be honest. Yeah, you don't want to mess about here. So basically what you do is you just pull up here, you press enter, and it says checking documents, and then in a few seconds it'll be done. The barrier will go up and we shall be free into the next sort of territory or country. Really, really cool. Some of my favourite routes that I found it so far is this massive sort of road passing over this, I don't know if it's the lake or part of the sea here, but it just spans for miles. I mean, look at the draw distance. That is really, really cool. It's not too far from St. Petersburg, but yeah, I don't know if it's some kind of dam or... I really don't know, but it's super cool. Look how far it stretches out, this thing. It just shows you the work they've done on the draw distance as well. These huge sort of, I've got no idea what they are, structures here. It's just really cool. I mean, the variation in the landscape, you've got sort of modern sort of technology like this, and then you've got those sort of really classic looking villages that you just pass by every so often. It's just really dynamic, the landscape, which I really like. Then you pass through this tunnel here as well. Some green lighting in here, which is fairly unusual. And then we pass back out. So yeah, that's a cool little road there that we've got in this map. So expanding further on what I said about the contrast between sort of the new and the old, we've got sort of wind power here with these wind turbines, and then as we come over the brow of this hill, you'll be able to see this again, this old sort of village. I mean, the contrast here again, it's so cool. I really do like it, and I love how rustic everything is as well. SES, again, as I said earlier, have really improved the way their map feels. It feels lived in, it feels used. I mean, these buildings here, and look at them, all the little fences, all the vegetation again. They just look really cool. We got cars parked outside some of them, little crossing here, dirt roads going down there. Is that some kind of farm? But yeah, they've just done really well with it. And the signage as well, no idea what any of it says, but it does look pretty cool. They look like they've done a pretty good job on the signs. We are a first look at the Beyond the Baltic Sea DLC. Now, I do find it really impressive. Again, the vegetation has been stepped up. I love the new border crossings. I think that's a really cool new feature they've added. We can now go into Finland in the base game, and it's just the amount of roads, the road network in general, and just sort of the feel of the place that really makes it. Now, if you're interested in the DLC, I believe it's £13.49 and something around $18. So it's a little bit more expensive than the Oregon DLC, but I do think you're getting a lot more drivable distance anyway. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please do give me a like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.